inner awakening, stunning health recoveries, 100% cure for depression, insomnia, asthma, fatigue, chronic pain, insecurity, panic attacks, and other major disorders. Awaken the Kundalini Shakti, the dormant energy within. What would you do if you had 1300% more energy? Disease-free mind and body is your first wealth. Claim it at Inner Awakening. Inner Awakening, a 21-day meditation retreat with rare living incarnation, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, Nithyananda Dhyanapita, Nithyananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Contact
0802 727 9999.
Email ia@nithyananda.org.
Nithyanandeshwar Samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. I'll start with a story. The girl asked Mulla Nasruddin, "Do you love me, Mullah?" Nasruddin answers, "Of course I do." And the girl asks, "Will you marry me then?" Mullah replies, "Let's not change the subject." So let us not change the subject. We will continue with completion. I'm so happy that I got some new joke books. I got back to my usual habit of... See, the humor is part of life. It is there everywhere. Unfortunately, when you are taken over by the incompletion, you forget to see the humor. Please understand. Humor is recognized only when you are in completion space. Whenever you are in incompletion, you don't recognize humor and its existence in your life. Life is filled with only three things: fear, lust, and humor. Everywhere you see, it is the reaction of these three. Reactions of these three, crisscrossing, is the network, you call it as life in the society. Everything is byproduct of these three. If you are in incompletion, you recognize everywhere the fear or fear-based things, lust-based things. When you are in the space of completion, you recognize humor everywhere. No, you really recognize humor everywhere. Sometimes when I see even some of the religious buildings, I feel it is a humor. Because it is built on violence, money, and they go on talking about peace. I feel many times humor, actually humor is there all over, all around you. You just need to have the space of completion and look around. You can laugh as loudly as you can. I'm happy I got back to my humorous satsanghs. in your relationships, in your interactions, in your business, in your house, in your office, in your career ventures, everywhere. Just look around. With completion, you will see it is filled with humor. If you can be in the space of completion and see, you will enjoy the humor. If you don't, others will enjoy you as a humor. Either life is humorous for you, or your life is humorous for others. That's all. A little kid gets on a city bus, sits right behind the driver, and starts talking loudly. If my dad was a bull and my mom was a cow, I would be a little bull. The driver gets annoyed, as the other kids also join and start shouting. And then another one kid starts, if my dad was a rooster and my mom a hen, I would be a little chick. And each kid started. All the kids goes on and on with all the animals they know. Then finally bus driver, he could not handle. See, bus driver was filled with incompletion. He could not see the joy and the rumor. Even though they were not directly making fun of this fellow. See, when you are in incompletion, you will feel that everybody is laughing at you. Everybody is laughing at you. And when you are in completion, even everybody laughs at you, you will also laugh at you. You will feel it. If you are filled with incompletion, you will feel the whole world is laughing at you. I think this driver was in that space. Finally, that driver gets so agitated, he yells, "You fellows, can't you keep quiet? What if your dad was a bum and your mom was a drunk?" All the kids chorously replies, shouting, "Then I would be a bus driver." Either you join the laughter, or you will feel everyone is laughing at you. That's all. So I'll continue with some of the deeper truths about completion, because completion reveals your life's purpose or purposelessness. Please understand, life has neither purpose nor it is purposeless. You have to discover whether life has a purpose or it is purposelessness. Anything you discover only can be truth for you. Sometimes people say, does life has a purpose? All the Purna-based religion, all the religions based on Purnatva, like Advaita, Advaitic-based traditions, Visishtadvaita, Advaita, all are Advaita-based religion only. Little their own branding. It's nothing but the topping in the pizza is different. Otherwise, pizza is a pizza is a pizza. Whether you change the topping or not. Same way, whether it's a Dvaita or Visishtadvaita, Suddhadvaita or Shivadvaita, all of them are various versions of Advaita. All these Purnatva-based religions teach you life as a purpose. all the Shunyatva based religions, Buddhism, Jainism, Zen, Tibetan Buddhism, all the Shunyatva based religions teaches you life has no purpose. I do not want to say some of the social set of principles are some of the do's and don'ts put together can be called as religion. So I am very clear. When I use the word religion, I only mean the philosophies which has a solid metaphysical theology. Please understand. Where metaphysical is experienced as matter of physical. Where metaphysical is experienced as matter physical. Only those principles and philosophies I wanted to call as religion. So all these Purnatva based religions teach life as a purpose. All the Shunyatva based religions teach life has no purpose. And I wanted to tell you both are truth. I am not siding any one side. I tell you both are truth. Buddha is equally truth like Shankara. Ramanuja is equally truth like Madhva. Madhva is equally integrated and authentic like Shankara. All of them are true. More than the word true, I will use the word truth. Masters can no more be a persons. They are only personifications. So I will use the word truth. I think in course of time I am going to develop my own English. Where many of the English grammar will not be fitting. That's why in Sanskrit we have a provision for enlightened masters called Arsha Prayoga. What we use can't be judged by any poet or grammarian. They only can title it as Arsha Prayoga. Means the usage of rishis. Rishis usage is called Arsha Prayoga. It doesn't come under any grammar. The words we utter, the meaning we give is the meaning. Because sometimes when you express the inexpressible, words are not adequate, so you may have to stitch words. Like how you stitch the leaves and make a plate. Like that you have to stitch words to make a leaf plate kind of a thing to offer the exact meaning or exact truth. The villages, Indian villages, to get water from a river, they will stitch the leaves and make a kind of a water bowl. In that they will bring the water. Same way, what I am offering is so profound. I have to stitch words and make a water bowl through which I can offer this profound knowledge, truth, experience. Masters do not speak with the diplomacy. Masters' words will not have diplomacy. It won't even be courteous. I have seen Ramakrishna's words and Vivekananda's words, especially when they have taken the responsibility of teaching. It is so straight, sometimes shaking. Sometimes I feel Ramakrishna's words are overdose, where he uses very strong words to make certain meaning. And even grammatically, it will not make a same meaning of ordinary grammar. What is diplomacy after all? What is the definition of diplomacy? I'll give you the definition of diplomacy. The ability to tell a person to go to hell in such a way that they look forward for the trip is diplomacy. Masters do not know that. Please understand, I am defining diplomacy. The ability to tell a person to go to hell in such a way that the person, they look forward to the trip. Arsha Prayoga is different from diplomacy. I tell you, sometimes people feel offended if I give a very simple solution. Sometimes people come with a thing saying that, oh, my family is broken, I am orphan now, my health is breaking, my money is stolen, this. Please solve me. If I give them the solution, please try to practice completion. What do you mean? If I practice completion, the money stolen will come back? Will the wife come back? Will my health come back? What do you mean? They have a big problem if I give small solution. But I tell you, it will really happen. A blonde says to her doctor, "Doctor, each time I try to sip my coffee, my eyes hurt. My eye hurts." The doctor looks up and says, "Maybe you should take the coffee stirrer out of the cup." I tell you, most of your problems are only coffee stirrer. But people feel offended. How can you give such a simple solution? But what to do? Sometime in the energy session, in the inner awakening, when I tell people, you have no more root patterns, from now onwards live in completion, live in the space of completion, they feel very unhappy. They feel I have not attended them. Only if I say you have, I think, 7 root pattern and 22 branch pattern and 49 hanging root pattern, you are a moving banyan tree. They feel very complete. Yes, Swamiji knows. He is great. Nobody likes simple diagnosis. Please understand, the modern day diagnostic method is rooted in you. We go on blaming doctor's sheet. I just went for a headache. Simple migraine. This fellow did MRI, CT, EEG, QEEG, DD, that, this, that. And literally the roof above my head is disappeared now. You blame doctors? No, but you don't believe simple diagnosis. You don't believe simple solution. I have seen, when you give a simple solution, people feel I have not spent enough time into them and diagnosed them. They feel I am not attending to them. They are unattended. The biggest incompletion human beings carry is that their incompletions are too big. Understand, just because every time you have not removed the stirrer and tried to drink the coffee and eyes are hurting, the problem is not big. Solution is not big. Because every time you have not done it, it looks too big. Oh, coffee, no. If I drink coffee, my eyes will hurt. Fool, just remove the stirrer. It's not going to hurt you anymore. No, how dare you say such a simple solution? If the solution is so small, then do you think all these years I was a fool? Come on, even if it hurts, that is the truth. Because you are tripping and falling on the same stone every time, that does not mean the whole world is filled with stones. Whole world is filled with stones. One afternoon, a man went to his doctor and told him that he has not been feeling well lately. The doctor examined the man, left the room, and came back with 3 different bottles of pills. Doctor said, take the green pill with a big glass of water when you wake up. Take the blue pill with a big glass of water after you eat lunch. Then just before going to bed, take the red pill with another big glass of water. Startled to be put on so much medicine, the man stammered, Doctor, exactly what is my problem? The doctor replied, you are not drinking enough water. I tell you, most of the time, the major complications in our life are created with a small incompletions. And the good news you have is completions work vertically, not horizontally. If you complete with one root pattern, one incompletion, all the problems created because of that incompletion in your life will lose power over you and they just collapse. So understand, most of the time, the problems you have are very simple, can be handled in a very simple way, can be handled with a very simple solution. जब आप में अपूर्णता है, आप सभी जगह केवल बाय और काम का अनुभव करते हैं. यदि आप अपूर्णत्व स्थिति में हैं, यदि आप पूर्णत्व स्थिति में हैं, आप हास्य भाव का अनुभव करते हैं. यदि आप अपूर्ण स्थिति में हैं, आपको लगेगा कि पूरा विश्व आप पर हंस रहा है, आप पर हंस रहा है. यदि आप अपूर्णत्व की स्थिति में हैं, यदि पूरा विश्व भी आप पर हंस रहा है. यदि आप पूर्णत्व की स्थिति में हैं, यदि पूरा विश्व भी आप पर हंस रहा है, आप भी स्वयं पर हंसेंगे. आप ही को खोजना पड़ेगा कि जीवन का कोई उद्देश्य है कि नहीं? अद्वैत पर आधारित सभी संप्रदाय जो पूर्णत्व पर आधारित है, आपको सिखाते हैं कि जीवन का उद्देश्य है। शून्यता पर आधारित संप्रदाय जैसे बौद्ध या जैन संप्रदाय आपको सिखाते हैं कि जीवन का कोई उद्देश्य नहीं है। दोनों ही सत्य है। बुद्धा और आदि शंकरा, महावीर और मध्वा, रामानुजा और नागार्जुना, दोनों ही सत्य है। अंडरस्टैंड? अधिकतम समय हमारे जीवन में सभी जटिल समस्याएं सरल अपूर्णता पर आधारित है। एक अपूर्णता के साथ जब आप पूर्णत्व करते हैं, उस अपूर्णता के कारण सभी समस्याएं मिट जाते हैं। I tell you, just decide every day, only 1 hour you will carry the space of completion with all your efforts. That 1 hour you will not allow incompletion. Start with this. You will understand being in the space of completion is not that difficult. I'll very sincerely recommend everyone to do Nirahara Samyama, because that Nirahara Samyama, 2, 7, 11 days, that 20 days, literally you learn to be in the space of completion. Nirahara is so powerful, it just it establishes you, I tell you, it just establishes you in the completion, space of completion, because your food is directly related to your inner space you carry. When I was practicing, and trying to establish myself in that enlightenment experience continuously, whenever I come and report to my mentors, Raghupada Yogi and Kuppammal, whenever I report to them some of my struggle, both of them will always say, don't eat for next 2 days. Just drink water or juice, or just drink little milk or buttermilk. And I always found that 48 hours of without solid food. Of course, you should not go empty stomach, then acidity, gastric, all that unnecessary thing. But no solid food, just with some juice or buttermilk or milk. I always saw my system automatically got established in the space of completion. Unfortunately, in society, you do the reverse. If you are incomplete, feeling heavy, you eat more. You dump more food in the system, You party the moment you achieve something, for joy or sorrow. If you feel sorrow, you go to somebody's party to feel cheered up. If you feel joy, you throw a party to call others. This throwing party and going to party, if that one thing is banned, or make it only as juice party, no alcohol. No, if the parties are transformed, no solid food, only juice, and no alcohol, I tell you, the elite society will be saved from so much of incompletions. Because, please listen, when you are in the incompletion space and you dump food or alcohol, your biomemory gets into a very complicated behavior. Continuously, it creates incompletion to attract more food and alcohol. And it becomes like a vicious circle in which you are caught. I really recommend the elite society should learn just the juice parties without the solid food and alcohol. If you start this pattern of juice parties, so if you are complete or incomplete, if you are achieved something or lost something, you are joy or sorrowful, don't put solid food or alcohol into your system. Because, see, when you are joyful or sorrow, filled with sorrow, you are open actually to get programmed. Your vulnerability is more. At those moments, what you do really matters. I thank my mentors for giving me one habit. Whenever I was not able to establish myself in that enlightenment space, they taught me the pattern of reading some spiritual book. I tell you, this is the best thing happened in my life. Whenever I am scrambling with some incompletions or not able to be in the space of the completion or enlightenment, first thing I'll do, I'll pick up some spiritual book and start reading. Hats off to my mentors just for this one habit. And I sincerely recommend all our devotees, followers, viewers, disciples should develop this one pattern. Whenever you are incomplete, you are filled with sorrow or joyful, means whenever you are vulnerable to be programmed, trying to find solution. You see, when you are in joy, you are vulnerable, you can be programmed with idea that how to retain this joy, how to have more and more joy. When you are sorrow, when you are in sorrow, when you are full of sadness, you can be programmed because you are seeking how to get out of this sorrow and pain. I tell you, both moments of vulnerability, you should always spend your time with spiritual books. Not keeping them under your pillow, reading them. Unfortunately, the spiritual books are always heavy. A nice usage for pillow, as a pillow. No. read. Read some spiritual books whenever you are vulnerable. Whenever your unconsciousness opens up with questions, please understand, whenever your unconscious opens up with questions about life, only those moments you can be programmed. You are ready to be programmed. I want to give this as one of the important instruction to all our Gurukul kids and Krama Brahmacharis and all our schools. All the kids should be trained. Whenever you are in the space of incompletion or sorrow or joy, you should only develop the pattern of going to spiritual books. No question of dumping solid food or anything else into your system. I can tell you this one pattern has done so much good to me and to the world, because whole day, some way or other, I will be made to spend time in the books. The more time I spent with the spiritual books, now the more truths are coming out. The books I read have chiseled my expression. The tapas I did has chiseled my consciousness, my experience. Please understand? The tapas I did has chiseled my consciousness. The books I read has chiseled my expression. Tapas chiseled my experience. Books chiseled my expression. This too was a very important component of my life. That's why I wanted in our campus one of the largest library on spirituality and spirituality based religions. I've already started collecting. It is going to be the largest collection on spirituality and spirituality based theologies and philosophies and religions. मेरा अनुरोध सभी लोगों से है कि निराहार संयम कीजिए। जब आप खाना ना खाकर केवल द्रव पदार्थ लेते हैं, आप पाएंगे कि आप पूर्णत्व स्थिति में फिर स्थापित हो पाते हैं। जब आप खुश हैं या दुखी हैं, उन क्षणों में आप बेदिया हैं। जो भी कार्य आप उन क्षणों में करते हैं वो बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। उस समय आपको आध्यात्मिक पुस्तक पढ़नी चाहिए, ना कि अपने भीतर काना डालना चाहिए। जब आपकी अचेत अवस्था आपके सामने जीवन के प्रश्न प्रस्तुत करता है, उसी समय आप वेद्य है कार्यक्रम बद्ध होने के लिए। इसीलिए मैं चाहता हूं कि वृद्धि आश्रम में सबसे बड़ा ग्रंथालय होना चाहिए, जिसमें सबसे अधिक आध्यात्मिक के पुस्तक है। Still the library is not outdated. Even though the internet, Kindle, soft editions of books have come, it doesn't give the satisfaction of the hard big book which you hold in your hand. The Kindle versions are all like a packed food, tinned food. Book is like a big banana leaf, a typical South Indian food where item by item it is served, you smell the flavor and you feel the temperature and you feel the texture and you put it in your hands and eat. The whole experience is different. The hard copy of the book gives that experience. You see the wrapper, you see the backside, what is the quotation or promo about the book, and you suddenly open random some page or chapter and start reading. All this you can't do in Kindle. Even though I have 2 Kindle, I never touch it. Still, I retain my habit of getting a hard copy of the book. Only I think the fellows who are cranky or the nuts can read the whole book in the screen, computer screen. Otherwise, I don't think it is possible. Usually when I pick up a book, I'll straight go to the last chapter and see the conclusion. Then I know what thought trend, from where it starts and how he developed this thought trend and how he is ending. Then I'll read from the beginning. Then I know the essence. It is unfortunate. The great Hindu civilization, embodiment of knowledge pursuit. Our religion is embodiment of the knowledge pursuit. Unfortunately, we lost interest in the pursuit of spiritual knowledge. We have but very little. Not even 1/10 of the Buddhists, what they have. Of course, all our knowledge is turned in the direction of IT and the whole thing is being useful to Microsoft. I read a story. Obama asked Bill Gates, why are you continuously employing Indians? Don't employ foreigners, especially Indians. Bill Gates says, if I don't employ Indians, there will be another one Microsoft in India. That will be too much of competition. All our energy is used only in that direction. It is time that we get it back. We get that knowledge pursuit, that pattern back in our lifestyle. That lifestyle back in our life. The large spiritual libraries, the large media houses, based on this ideology, is the only way. That is the only way to establish our knowledge pursuit, and of course, as I said, millions of sannyasis. ये बड़े दुर्भाग्य की बात है कि हिंदू संप्रदाय जो ज्ञान की मूर्ति है, उस संप्रदाय में आध्यात्मिक खोज की भावना इतनी बुरी तरह से कम हो चुकी है। हमें ज्ञान की खोज की भावना को फिर जीवित करना होगा। I tell you, unless you become extraordinary intellectual, brahmacharya is not possible. For brahmacharya to be successful in your body, the ojas nadi has to open up. The ojas nadi gets opened only by the subtle thinking, thinking about the most subtle concepts, only opens up that sensitive brain grooves which makes you a brahmachari, which makes you a sannyasi. I have always seen the great sadhus will be amazing, intelligent people, not just repeating some concepts. Their brain will grasp and digest it. See, to digest subtle concepts of life, your brain needs to develop a very subtle grooves. Where your brain doesn't get tired to next, and awaken that intelligence. A womanizer will be tired of the words. Womanizer will be tired of the concepts and theories. One day God suddenly appears in front of Adam and says, I have a good news and bad news for you. Adam says, first give me the good news. God says, I have given you two important organs. One, the brain to think. Another one, genital, to enjoy the lust. Then Adam says, after this good news, what can be the bad news? Come on, tell me. Then God says, only one will work at a time. Only either one of it will work. No, I tell you, womanizers can't develop a subtle grooves in the brain which you need for understanding and grasping the subtlest points of life. Usually, when I talk to these sadhus and swamis, monks, just few minutes I can make up. I can make up about their life and background. Anybody who understands the Hindu cosmology, see, if you are a Hindu sadhu, Hindu sannyasi, you will be exposed to the cosmology explained in any one Purana. In Hinduism, at least we have 20 versions of cosmology, which is amazing. If you read all the 20, you will understand all 20 are the components, one dimensions of cosmology. Such beautiful cosmology. So any sadhu who has grasped cosmology will be a celibate, will be a great sadhu. Because only with the celibacy, the subtle grooves which gets developed in your brain can grasp cosmology. Hinduism has many components. Of course, time is up, so I'll expand on this maybe in the coming satsangs. The life solutions everybody understands. That is why you see every street as one yoga guru. Blow the nose, inhale, bend the back. It's very easy. The physiology-based and psychology-based components of Hinduism. But why people don't build temples? Because it is cosmology-based. Why these modern day gurus don't build temples? Because it is cosmology-based. I tell you, don't go to a guru who does not understand temple concept, because it's a whole pot. He will be pothole in your life. I'll move to the next segment of the morning satsang, Nirahara Samyama. अब हम नित्य सत्संग के अगले भाग निराहार संयमा में प्रवेश करेंगे। सीधी तरह से बैठ जाइए और चेतना स्थिति के साथ कल्पना कीजिए कि आप बिडती वटवृक्ष बन गए हैं। इस कल्पना के साथ आप अपने दोनों नासिकाओं और मुंह के द्वारा सांस अंदर लीजिए। जितनी देर सांस को आप अपने अंदर बांध कर रख सकते हैं, उतनी देर आप अपने अंदर सांस को बांध कर रखिए। जब आप सांस को और बांध कर नहीं रख पा रहे हैं, तब आप अपने मुंह बंद रखे सांस को अपनी दोनों नासिकाओं द्वारा धीरे से छोड़ दीजिए। आप में अपनी पूरे संपूर्ति श्रद्धा, उत्तरदायित्व और लाभान्वित करने के 4 तत्वों के साथ आशीर्वाद देता हूं कि आप सबकी कुंडलिनी शक्ति जागृत हो जाए और आप सब अपनी जीव ऊर्जा को सीधे आकाश और वायु से उत्पन्न करें। आप क्रिया आरंभ कीजिए और इस क्रिया को लगातार 21 मिनट तक कीजिए। All the Nirahara Samyama participants sit straight, close your eyes, visualize you become Bididi Kalpavriksha. Inhale through both the nostrils and the mouth. Hold as long as you can. Exhale slowly through both the nostrils. Do this kriya for next 21 minutes with my integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching. I bless you all. Let you all be awakened. Let you all experience Kundalini awakening and live bliss, enlightenment and health by producing the energy directly from space. Namah Shivaya.
Inner awakening. Stunning health recoveries. 100% cure for depression, insomnia, asthma, fatigue, chronic pain, insecurity, panic attacks, and other major disorders. Awaken the Kundalini Shakti, the dormant energy within. What would you do if you had 1300% more energy? Disease-free mind and body is your first wealth. Claim it at Inner Awakening. Inner Awakening, a 21-day meditation retreat with rare living incarnation. Paramahamsa Nithyananda, Nithyananda Dhyanapita, Nithyananda Nagar, Bididi, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Contact
0802 727 9999.
Email ia@nithyananda.org.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.